Okay, working in RV parks, campgrounds, local, all that. Where do you find these jobs? How do you find them? You heard Dan and I mention in a previous video during his interview Work Camper News. He used that a lot. Nothing wrong with it. But remember, a lot of these sites that we're going to talk about now, you pay for them. You join a membership, pay for the listing, however they're going to do it. But you do pay for it. It is big, big money. I was just at a trade show in Quartzsite. There was 4 companies, maybe 6 companies, advertising for work campers. Nothing wrong with it, but it's a big business, big money. So anyway, let's check them out. Here's Work Camper News. Well, where to start looking? There are dozens, and I mean absolutely dozens of websites that list work camping type jobs. Workcamper.news. These guys have probably been around the longest, one of the biggest. It's actually a membership, which isn't bad. $20 a year, you'll get listings, diamond, platinum. I mean, they have different benefits to their membership. If you're really into work camping and plan on doing a lot of travel, this would probably be one of the best ones to start out with. It's called workcamper.news. Okay, real quick over here on Facebook. This is Work Campers Facebook group. They post a lot of jobs over here. Now look at this. There's 95,000 members. So when a listing goes up, you've got to act quick. 95,000 members. And the job might require 1 or 2 people. So that's part of, you got to act fast. You remember what Dan said? He was watching this site when a job became available in the location he wanted. He acted immediately. So these jobs, they might be older listings. They're going to be long gone. Buffalo Resort, South Dakota, $13 an hour. Doing general maintenance. Most of this is landscaping, general maintenance around a campground. You might be parking rigs in a golf cart, working in their little general store, cleaning swimming pools, that kind of work. That's mainly what work camping is. Here's another one in Beesville, Texas. Also, this is where, remember Dan said you could post your resume. They encourage that on this site. Here's a lady. She's looking for work. Once again, work camping news is not a bad deal. If you're into the work camping, you want to work in RV parks, this is probably one of the best ways to start. There's other sites we'll get in and I'll show you. But this is just an example. You get over here, join their group. But remember, 95,000 other people are in here looking too. So if you do see something in here you like, you got to act fast. And also, we'll get into, I have a whole video coming up on resume. In my opinion, what you need to post. Here, look at this, Klein's Corner. That's near Albuquerque. That's a nice place. Travel center and truck stops. So you can get all kinds of listings in there. Okay, moving on. There's other sites. Here's Camper Jobs. Same kind of thing. Almost all of them have some type of a membership type. If they don't, be a little leery of them. Because sometimes these listings get very old. They don't update them. Indeed, here you go. You can just type in RV jobs in the state you're looking for. I'm in Arizona, so this popped up. But you can see RV resort directors, RV salesmen, certified technicians. We'll look at this a little bit more, but that is huge. A lot of the big RV dealers will hire people, and you can be an RVer. They'll bring you in the season because some of the RV dealers get very busy in like summer up north, in wintertime down south. Paint, RV ranger, technician. There's another technician, maintenance. It just keeps going. And also RV parks. You can type in your RV park jobs. You can type in just all different things. Indeed is a good one to do. Also, when you're looking, look at the rating of the park. We'll get into that a little bit more about the do's and don'ts when you're working, but some of the parks don't have, there's a high turnover rate in jobs. Going back to what Dan said in his interview, too, a lot of people don't like work camping because once you get in there, once you travel hundreds of miles and all of a sudden you're in this park, you got this job, $13 an hour, here's the site, they put more work on you. And that's why there's such a high turnover rate. Either you don't like working there, or you're not fitting in with the park and they don't want you there. You'll see a lot of listings in the spring that they all get taken up. Within a couple weeks, they're back advertising again, if you really watch these work camping type sites. So there's a very high turnover in work camping. It doesn't mean they're all bad. You got to find the fit that fits you. The right RV park, the right people to work with, the right style of work, location. A lot of things change. Health, you never know. But that's part of RVing too. Okay, keep trucking. Another huge place to find work camping is at KOA, Campgrounds of America. Their website here is workatkoa.com. This is where you apply to work. You'll just pick an area that you'd like to go to. Once you're in it, you can travel around to different campgrounds. I've known a few people that absolutely love working for KOA. I've never really heard anything bad about it. So once again, check it out, koa.com. If you Google corporate RV resorts, there are literally hundreds of them across the U.S. They also employ work campers. Now, a lot of these are mobile home parks where they have a lot of park models, but they also have a lot of employment opportunities. Like here's Sun Communities. This is just an example. Over here is sunlandresorts.com, employment opportunities. So that's another avenue if you're in an area. A lot of these are in the bigger towns, like down in Florida, Southern California, along the Gulf Coast, those type places. But even up north, Michigan and whatnot. Anyway, that's just another way to find work on the road. Here's a carpenter 12-month project. Air conditioning guy, 2 years. Pipe welder, 2 months. So it goes on. Crane operator, 6 months. But it's a great way. You make a good chunk of change. Plus you get to travel and see the country at the same time. Then the nurses, traveling nurses, great way to make $1. If you have the medical degree, want to see the open road, getting some good locations. I've known 2 traveling nurses so far, and they love it. Normally they're on a job for about 6 months to 12 months. Then they move on. But traveling nurses is another good way to go. Another good way to make money on the road. Now this one you got to invest a little time, effort, training, and a little bit of money. Become a RV technician, certified RV mechanic. You'll be able, once you get these credentials, you'll be able to do warranty work on brand new RVs. On the refrigerators, furnaces, air conditioners, electronics in them. All these RV tech companies, they will teach you. Manufacturer supported. Manufacturers are always looking for certified mechanics. Especially if you take an area like Quartzsite, where there are tens of thousands of RVs every winter. You would absolutely clean up. Even this one, look at this, $300 online. Plus you need to go to and learn from a dealer too. A lot of dealers will hire you while you're under training. So this is a whole different world by itself. RV certified mechanics and technicians, definitely consider it. If you're going to be on the road full time and really want a solid career with no end in sight, because there are literally hundreds of thousands of new RVs sold every year. This is it right here. Here's one that's pretty big. This one's called Southern Cross. They hire RVers, and what you do, you go up into like the northern regions, and they do utility work and utility surveys. And I've known people that have done this, and they made very, very good money. And once you're in with a company like this, you can travel a lot because they go all over the place. It's not always the best weather. Sometimes you're going to be in a hot region or a little cold, but it's definitely something to check out. Once again, it's called Southern Cross, and it's more about utilities and surveying, that kind of thing. You don't need experience. They'll train you. Then, how about this one? Bolin Travel Centers. This company, I just met them in Quartzsite. They're based mainly out of New Mexico, but if you don't have an RV, they actually have housing for employees. They have facilities, resorts, travel centers all over the state. Carlsbad Caverns, White Sands, Smoky Bear Historical Park, Tombstone, all over the place. Not only in New Mexico, looks like Arizona too. Route 66, all over. Anyway, check them out. Bolin Travel Centers. They'll offer you free hookups, pay, you name it. Look at that. They even got medical insurance. So there's a look at getting started in work camping, especially in the RV parks, campgrounds. A lot of the private resorts, they will advertise like that. In places like Work Camper News, Cool Works, all of them. Also, once you're in it, you can start networking. You're going to be working among other work campers. They're going to tell you the places they've been. Maybe you got somebody like a Dan who's had many years experience. You say, well, I want to be in Texas. Well, check out this company. Or follow the networking. Always ask. And it's gonna lead you on different paths. And it'll probably get you away from some of these paid sites. The more you're in it, the more you know. And the more you're going to figure out your location and what kind of work you want to do. So, and we're also going to get into some of this in the resume portion too. All right, moving on.